Hey guys, happy Friday! Woo! All right, we're going to go through just a little bit and expand on what the video you just watched was talking about. The video was great, though, by the way. So we're going to just have a little conversation about that and get some additional information. And let's see, we're going past this. We're looking at how multiplication undoes division. That's kind of one way to put it, but we're looking at kind of starting to build a fact family. When we get finished, I want you to understand that multiplication is the inverse operation of division, and you heard that word in the video, and you'll hear it again as we go through this. So far, we've learned about multiplication and division. We can use equal groups and arrays to illustrate both of these operations. We know that multiplication involves factors in a product, and we are working on memorizing our multiplication facts from 1 through 10. We've learned so much, really have. Now we're going to learn more about multiplication and division and how they relate to one another. Okay. Multiplication and division are inverse operations, which means they kind of undo each other. You can think about it like addition and subtraction. If I add 2 plus 3 and get 5, then I can also take 5, subtract 3, and go right back to 2 again. Okay? So in this lesson, we're going to get a few more looks at that. Okay? So here's a division equation. Actually, let's skip that. Let's go to this lovely picture that I made instead. Let's do this. All right, here's a division equation. 12 divided by 6 equals 2. And you can see I have a picture of that. Okay, I've taken 12 dots and I've divided them into 6 equal groups, and that's 2 in each group. I could also look at this picture if I had never seen this, and I could write a multiplication equation. That would be 6 groups of 2, or 6 times 2 equals 12. If you look at both of these equations, you notice they both have 6 groups, 2 in each group, and a total of 12. Remember, and I know you probably think that I don't need to remind you of this, but remember, when you multiply, you're looking for a total. When you divide, you're starting with a total and sharing it out. So multiplication does the opposite of division. Multiplication makes numbers bigger by finding the total number of objects in equal groups. Division makes numbers smaller by breaking up the total number of objects into equal groups. So here's another example. Here's a division equation for 20 divided by 5 equals 4. So I had 20 dots. I divided them into 5 groups, and that gave me 4 in each group. The multiplication equation for this picture would be 5 groups of 4 is 20, or 5 times 4 equals 20. Again, both equations have a total of 20, 5 groups, 4 in each group. Again, they're inverse operations. I could say 5 times 4 equals 20. 20 divided by 5 equals 4. How about 24 divided by 6 equals 4? 24 stars total, 6 groups, 4 in each group. My multiplication equation would be 6 times 4 equals 24. Both have totals of 24. Both show me 6 groups. Both show me 4 in each group. 24 divided by 6 equals 4. And 6 times 4 equals 24 are inverse operations. Again, you could addition, subtraction are inverse, so it works kind of the same idea. So what does this mean? Like, why do you need to know that? Because I cannot tell you how valuable this information can be, okay? Because this information can be used to help you solve division problems. You're already working on your multiplication facts. Probably everybody already knows that 2 times 5 equals 10. Well, if 2 times 5 is 10, then 10 divided by 2 equals 5. We had some great small groups today, and I think I told a lot of my groups this, but if I didn't tell your group, I'll tell everybody. I never divide. Never. I always multiply. If I was thinking about this division problem and I didn't know what the answer was, it was 10 divided by 2 equals, I would immediately start thinking, okay, what do I need to multiply by 2 to get 10? And because I know my facts, I know that 5 times 2 equals 10. Okay? So it's not two different things to learn. It's not like you have to learn multiplication facts and learn division facts. They're inverse operations. They're related to each other. If you know your multiplication, you already know division. If you memorize your multiplication facts, if you learn these, you'll know these. And your life in fourth grade will become so much easier. I know it's the beginning of third grade. Why am I talking about fourth grade? Well, because that's where you're going next. And I've taught both, and I know what fourth grade has. So we want you to be ready. All right, so in this example, here's another one. 3 groups of 6. 3 times 6 is 18. I could turn that around and say 18 divided into 3 groups would give me 6. 4 times 5 equals 20. 4 groups of 5. Or I could take 20, divide it by 4. What do you think that's going to give me? You got it. 5. 20 divided by 4 would equal 5. Here, I've left 2 blanks, but look at all this information that we've got. 3 times 7 equals, well, I can start counting these up. Or remember, when I multiply, I'm looking for a total. When I divide, I start with a total. So you got it. 3 times 7 equals 21. 21 divided by 3 equals 7. Did we do this one already? 4 times 5 equals 20. Oh, I think I didn't give you the answer. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 divided by 4 equals 5. Never hurts to do it twice. And then without the images, here I have 2 times 7 equals, you may already know the answer to that. Here I've got the inverse operation, 14 divided by 2 equals. So 2 times 7 equals, 14. 14 divided by 2 equals 7. 5 times 6, 30 divided by 5. 5 times 6 is 30. 30 divided by 5 equals 6. You got it. You guys are on your way. Check out your practice for today. Have a great weekend.